What's going on, guys? Brian here from Revenue Pro Tips, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you 5 reasons why online businesses fail. So make sure before you get started you stick around for this one. And we're back. So what's going on, guys? We're back, and Brian here from Revenue Pro Tips, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you 5 reasons why online businesses fail. Now, if this is your first time visiting the channel, I want to say welcome. We appreciate you and value your time, and definitely consider hitting that red subscribe button below and clicking the bell notification so that you don't miss out when we drop new content, as we strive to put you in a position of power over your personal as well as your business finances, one, the other, or both. And definitely we do that by every week just coming to you with tips, information from industry professionals to entrepreneurs, both known and unknown, and also providing you with opportunities to actually help you get going, online based opportunities to help you get going with creating additional streams of income. So definitely stay locked in, stay tuned. But as far as today's video is about 5 reasons. I have 5 today, and there are many more reasons that online businesses fail, or businesses in general. But today I'm going to be sharing with you 5 critical, or at least I feel critical reasons why an online business fails. So jumping right on in, we're going to keep this short and sweet. We're going to go with number 1, and that is unrealistic expectations. Now, I get it. There's a lot of information out there. You probably see so many videos, so many things on blog sites and so on and so forth, and it kind of becomes overwhelming but exciting at the same time, because you're hearing people making incredible amounts of money, and some people making incredible amounts of money in a very short period of time. And this can lead to sometimes some pretty unrealistic expectations. And I just want those of you, especially for those of you out there who are beginning, to know that the chances are you're not going to make $20,000-$30,000 in your first month, let alone the first week. Now I know, again, there's you might get these ideas in your head because of the things you're seeing out there online, and I'm not saying that this stuff doesn't happen, but the chances of it happening for people out there who are just getting going in an online business are extremely slim to none, right? To make that kind of money in such a short period of time. Obviously, as you get going, you learn, you perfect your skills. When it comes to your online business, you can grow to those levels and beyond, right, as far as your income. But for the people that, I know there may be some miracles out there, and if you're one of them, awesome. If you have somebody teaching you or guiding you that has done that, stick with that person, because they would obviously know what they're doing. But the greater majority of you out there are not going to see this kind of revenue, this kind of income immediately, a month, a few weeks, or whatever it is. But it definitely will happen for you if you stick to it. But again, unrealistic expectations can be pretty damaging for anyone in any kind of business, really, and definitely online business, because you have such high expectations. You have these thoughts and these ideas in your head, and then once you get going, you start seeing, hey, a month has gone by, or a few months, even a year, to be making $20,000 in a month, or short, or a few weeks or whatever on a consistent basis. That takes a while, and therefore, if you're not seeing that based on this expectation you have going in, it can be really psychologically like damaging, right? You start having these doubts in your head. You were so excited, and then you start having these doubts in your head, and then you start to say, well, maybe it's just me, maybe I can't do it. And I want you to know you definitely can do it, but I don't want you to put yourself in a position where you might feel like you've let yourself down at any point in your business, right? I want you to get in and start making a little bit of money and scale it up as you go, which takes us into the second one for today, and that is goal setting, lack of goals, right? I believe in life everyone should have goals. and definitely in business, right? Because you start getting, you start getting your hard work, your hard-earned money involved, or even money of others if you have investors and people like that helping you out with your business. You definitely want to have goals. You want to have a game plan, right? If you have a goal to earn a certain amount of income, you want to be able to have short-term, mid-term, long-term goals. If it's to help and contribute to helping X amount of people over X amount of time, you want to have, again, short-term, mid-term, long-term goals. That way you can have small wins along the way, right? A small win stacked up upon another small win will turn into a few small wins, which turn into very large wins for you, right? And those, you're helping out or whatever it is you're doing with your business. But it's very important to see small wins along the way and let those build up. And therefore, you will gain confidence. You will gain greater energy to continue to do what you're doing, which will ultimately lead to success. But you definitely want to have goals. And your first goal would be not the $20,000 in a month or a week. Maybe just initially your first sale within your online business, whatever that is, right? Get that first sale, make that first dollar, $5, $10, $100, whatever it is, whether you're selling a product or a service. Get that first one. Once you get the first one, you'll feel it might not be $1 million or something like that, but you'll feel pretty good about yourself, right? You'll know that, hey, this does work. It is possible. I've done it, right? So then, therefore, you stack them, right? You get another win. Before you know, you start compounding these small wins in terms of sales or however you're conducting your business. So make sure that you set goals. Obviously, again, in any business, it doesn't matter, online, traditional retail, whatever it is, life itself, you want to have goals, and important, in my opinion, to have, again, short-term, mid-term, long-term goals. And we'll come out with videos about, goal setting. Definitely stay tuned for that, because we'll come out with some awesome content for that. Now, the third one would be what we call the shiny objects, or the greener grass syndrome, or whatever, however you want to say it. But this whole idea with online business, again, I kind of spoke upon it a little while ago in regards to a lot of information out there in regards to online businesses. And what happens often is that, there's so much out there that you can have an idea of one particular, method or type of online business that you could be wanting to engage in for yourself. And what happens is you get going. And because, people are out there marketing their businesses and things like that, their courses and stuff like that, to everyone and anyone they can get it in front of, you happen to see it and come up and stumble upon it and check it out, and it looks great, it looks promising, and therefore you gain some interest, like most of us when we see things. Now, there is nothing wrong with learning as much as you can, but I highly suggest this, and this kind of goes back to the second one we gave you, which was goal setting, is focus on, one thing, right? Get locked in on whatever the business you have chosen to go into. Once you kind of, done your research and figure, hey, this is for me, based on the time that you have to put into a business, you've chosen this business. Based on the income that you have, or the funds that you're able to put into the business, you've also chosen that business because of that too. Whatever the reasons are, you've chosen a particular way or a particular online business. Stick with that. Lock in, focus on that. I promise you, because there's always going to be something else that sounds promising, that looks promising, that does work. And I will say this, I've said it in other videos, most of these businesses do work. Most of them do work and are legit businesses. However, does it work for you? That's what you have to ask yourself. Does it work for me? Every business is not going to work for you, at least maybe in your current situation. So you have to kind of lock in, hone in on your particular business, perfect that, and then move forward and maybe, partner that or bring together with another business that kind of goes in conjunction with your existing business that can create additional sources of income, right? Because that's what we ultimately want. We want you to create wealth for yourself, and your family, and the people that you really care about. And so to do that, you're going to need multiple sources of income, but you want to lock in on one particular one to start with. Let that get going, let you get to a position and where you can automate that business, and then you can go into learning about other things and bring those two together and create another stream of income. So that is the third one. The shiny objects, they seem real nice, again, promising. The grass is greener over there. That opportunity is going to be the one that I've been looking for. I'm telling you, I've been there, done that. And at some point you just got to say, let me stick with this, because every other opportunity that comes about is going to sound great, but I will be in the same position with that one as I am with the current one, a year from now, whatever, if I don't just lock in. So lock in, get laser focused on what you are doing, put the blinders on, tune out everything else, and kill it, absolutely crush it with what you're doing right now. And then later on, bring in some more additional sources of income. All right. Now, the fourth one we're going to give you today is your environment. So, listening and taking advice from the wrong people and not getting around the right people. Absolutely critical to your online success, right? People, again, you're bombarded with information overload, videos, content creation, all these things about this opportunity, that opportunity, how to do it this way, how to do it that way. And what happens is, you start, the wrong people kind of start getting in your head. And it's not that they're providing you bad information, they're just not providing you information that is going to help you continue and to grow and expand your existing business and what you're doing right now. And that applies in particular to the business, but also outside of where you're going to learn and to perfect your skills in regards to your business. Just as an online entrepreneur, what tends to happen is, you get a lot of people around you. They could be family, friends, co-workers from a job you're currently at or whatnot. And these people can genuinely really care about you, but they have a traditional mindset when it comes to how to create or collect money, right? How to go about making money. They're completely focused on the job and the security of a consistent income, a consistent paycheck, knowing the schedule is never going to change and all these things. With entrepreneurship, whether it's online based or kind of like a brick and mortar, things can change, go up and down in regards to the time and the scheduling and all that has to go into it. But remember also that your income can go up and down. And if you're really focused, you got your goals, you're getting in the right environment. Most of the time it can go up if you just stick with it, right? So you want to get around the right people who are going to support you in what you're doing, and contribute in whatever ways you need them to growing and developing your business and succeeding and accomplishing your goals, right? It's critical you get into the right environment, get the right people around you. When it comes to how to create and go about your business, associate only with people who are successful in your kind of business, whatever that business may be. You need to be reading the books, you need to be studying the videos on their websites, taking their courses, whatever it is. Just make sure that they are proven and have a track record of being successful, right? Because there's plenty of people out there who are gurus, right? And they've made X amount of money and all these things, right? There are some people who get into businesses and they make the $20,000 a month and all these things, and it looks great. But what they don't tell you is that they've been doing, what they're doing for, 5, 10, 15 years already. They just happen to start and create a whole nother business recently, and boom, they're clicking 10,000, 20,000 a week or first month or whatever it may be. But they've done this before, right? So make sure that wherever you're at, that you're learning from people who are successful. If they make $20,000 in a week in a business that they just started, great. Hopefully they're letting you know that they've probably had experience doing this for a while already. And for those people who are willing to do that and share and let you know that, all the better, right? Those are people that you can generally say, I trust them, I believe in them, and I'm willing to learn and invest into myself by taking their courses or whatever it is they have to offer. But definitely be willing and open to learning from those people. And the fifth one I'm going to share with you today is what I call the hobby approach, right? When it comes to creating online businesses, right? We've been there. We've read the 4-hour work week. People are out there will say you can create a business and work 10 minutes a day, 20 minutes a day, 2 hours a week, whatever the case is. And so what happens is we have, again, unrealistic expectations. Hey, 2 hours, 4 hours a week, whatever it is. And I can chill and make, $10,000, $20,000 a month, $5,000 a month, and don't have to do anything, right? And therefore you kind of get into this mindset where you treat it like a hobby, right? Then something that you do, hey, when I feel like it, I don't feel like doing it today. I don't have to put in too much time, and effort into that. And that may be true, but speaking directly to those of you who are, again, just getting started in an online business, that is not the way you want to go about it, right? This is a business. And even though those people who do make a lot of money and are working minimal hours a week or a month or whatever it is, they're treating it as a business. Trust me and believe me, they may be working 4 hours a week, but they've already, they have the ability to outsource most of their work, things that they're doing to other people who are putting in the longer hours. They're coming up with the ideas, the creation, the vision for what they want to accomplish, and therefore each particular task, each particular limb, if I may, of their business, they're able to outsource to other people who are great at what they do, in particular, to bring it all together for that person that's making the 10, 20, 30,000 plus a month or whatnot, right? So they're not treating it as a hobby. I promise you. The only thing they're doing is they have the ability and they're in a position and they know the people and how to organize the people to bring everything together for them in their business, right? They're treating it as a business, and so should you. This is not something you get up and wake up and say, hey, I feel like working on it today. No, I don't feel like working on it today. If you want to grow your business to help people, to help you and your family, to make, ridiculous amounts of money or whatever, whether it's a extra $1,000 a month or $30,000 a month, you want to treat it as a business. And I promise you, if you do that, you will grow, and maybe even beyond your goals, maybe even beyond your vision. I can't think of how many people out there that I have seen and kind of learn from, who said they, no matter, and not even just online business in general, but people with online business who their business has totally just taken off beyond their dreams. Some of them started doing something as a hobby and just started recording it. True, there are those people out there, but then there are people who had a vision of creating an online business, but not to the extent in which they've grown, and it has just totally taken off on a life of its own, which has been tremendous for some of them, I would imagine. But don't treat this as a hobby. Take it serious. If you're saying you're starting, you have an online business, treat it as such. Again, have the goals, right? You have to have the goals in place. Get around the right people, learn from the right people. And for those who are not contributing, or when it comes to learning and honing your craft, your skill sets, growing and bettering your skill sets, if people can't help you with that particular thing, then you need to, in the times when you're really focused on doing that, you don't want to be around those people. You want to be around the people who you're going to learn from and help you grow. So those are the 5 that I have today. But the last one I want to give you is kind of a bonus, right? And this one is, believing in yourself. Now, this applies to online business. This applies to brick and mortar, retail, any kind of business. But this applies to life in general, guys. I really want the best for all of you watching, for everyone that you know. There's many people that you know that I don't know. Lack of self-confidence is just, it will destroy any business before you even get it started. It destroys lives, right? People not believing in themselves. If you want to grow your online business, if you want to be successful in life and anything, you have to have confidence in yourself. If you don't have confidence in yourself, don't expect other people to have confidence in you. And therefore, if other people don't have confidence in you, say for instance in your business, they're not going to give you the attention. They're not going to give you the resources that you need, right? The connections that you need to grow and establish your business. In life, if you don't have self-confidence, people can sense that, and they don't, for other aspiring and focused people and driven people in life, they don't want to be around people who don't have confidence in themselves. And therefore, if you're somebody out there who doesn't have confidence in yourself, but you would like to do better in life, get around other people who do have that confidence, right? You might have grown up in an environment in which, people are kind of, negative all the time. The energy is just, is not where it needs to be, right? For a healthy, growthful, positive environment, and therefore, some of those people in that environment, some others around you may have been, when they see people who are full of energy, people who are doing great things, they might have even talking down upon those people. And that's because they themselves don't have confidence in them, so they rather bring other people down and talk about other people in some kind of way, the whole crab in a barrel thing, crab in a bucket thing, trying to drag other people down because they're not where they want to be. Well, I got to tell you, if you can get around other confident, successful, driven people, it will definitely help you out. And even if you're somebody who has great confidence, great for you. Continue to get around the people who are like-minded, who have that kind of same energy, that same swagger about them. Get around confident people, right? And when you do, their energy, it will be contagious, right? Their confidence will be contagious, right? And you're gonna start, your attitude is gonna grow and improve. Your energy level is going to go, elevate, right? And you'll start to click, right? Things will start to click for you. You'll start to get in the right mindset you need to be to grow your business, to develop and establish great relationships with people, loved ones, business partners, associates, stuff like that, that will really help you propel in your online career. So, you have to have confidence and belief in yourself if you want to succeed in any business and just in life overall. So definitely, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, let us know by hitting a like, hitting that thumbs up, giving us a like below, share it, comment, let us know what you got out of the video. If you have any suggestions, comments, whether you like, dislike, or anything you want to add, questions you may have, drop a comment below as well. Share with others, and definitely stay tuned. And next week we'll be coming right back at you with another great video. So until then, this is Brian, Revenue Pro Tips. Peace.